Hey guys, it's Will. It's Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for checking out this video. If you are new to the channel, thanks for finding us. If you want to give us a sub and a thumbs up and a comment and all that fun stuff, it would be much appreciated. Only if you like the video, of course. If you don't like the video, you don't have to give us a sub and a comment and a thumbs up, and it would be much appreciated, as I said. Let me know in the comments what kind of Hong Kong films you like, what you think about the film I'm talking about today, what you think about the label that's putting this out, and all that other fun stuff. So let's dive right into this video. Well, I do want to give a shout out to my patrons over on Patreon. Their contributions are what make this channel run. You can sign up for $2 a month, $5 a month. I do exclusive reviews, mostly movie reviews. I have done some Blu-ray reviews in there, and I do wicked early releases, so videos that come out weeks or months before they come out on YouTube, and I do polls, and I post images from movies that are coming up, like when a Blu-ray release is announced. If anyone sends me like promotional images, screenshots from the Blu-ray, stuff like that, I will put that in there. I put some press releases in there, and just some other like random, like I recently found a BBC like 3-minute wicked short documentary about a trip to the Shaw Studios in like 1967 that the BBC did. So I put that up on Patreon, just like random kind of old stuff like that I found lying around that I think will be interesting to people. So Vinegar Syndrome is the label we're talking about today. Vinegar Syndrome has been making headway into the Hong Kong cinema realm in a big way recently, and they put out just recently Biozombie. So this has already been released. I didn't have a chance to do a video about this because my kids were sick and then I got sick, and you've heard me talk about this in another video. Maybe it's been like a whole thing, but it is out now. And so Biozombie was directed by Wilson Yip, who directed the Ip Man films, which is probably what he's most famous for. He also directed SPL, aka Killzone, with Donnie Yen and Simon Yan, which is an absolutely classic, fantastic film. I also think he directed the third film in that series, which is called Paradox, which is, I think, a very underrated film. So this is a zombie comedy. Basically, it's more of a comedy than it is a zombie film. So don't go into it expecting like, you know, a Romero film or like 28 Days Later. It's more of a comedy, but it has zombies in it. So let me just read to you what it says here on the Vinegar Syndrome website. The special limited edition spot gloss slipcover, which was designed by Robert Samelin, is limited to 6,000 units and is only available on our website and at select indie retailers. So, and I believe that this is a worldwide release. Like, I think this is region free because I think they got worldwide rights for this film. Spectrum Films has put this out in France, and I do have that release, and I reviewed this film in Patreon, actually. So if you go sign up for $2 or $5 or whatever, you can see my review of this film. Invincible and B are two wannabe gangsters who spend their days hanging around the mall selling bootleg DVDs. When they aren't committing petty crimes and trying to pick up girls, the two hoodlums run errands for their low-level triad boss. When one of these errands involves them picking up their boss's car from the mechanic, things take a turn for the two delinquents when they accidentally hit a man walking in the middle of the road. Trying to hide their crime, they bring the man's body to the mall to figure out their next move. Little do they know the man has been infected with an experimental bioweapon that has turned him into a zombie. So as you can see, it's more of like a buddy comedy, like ridiculous kind of late 90s. I think this is 1998. Yeah, indie movie that has zombies in it. So it stars Jordan Chan, Sam Lee, Emotion Chung, Angela Tong, Suk Mui Tam, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about my sight reading. Yoi Chung Lai, Tatwa Lok, and Frankie Chan. This 1998, 94 minutes. So it's a region-free Blu-ray, like I said, studio-supplied master with additional restoration performed by Vinegar Syndrome, presented in both its original Cantonese language soundtrack with newly translated English subtitles and a Mandarin language dub track, brand new audio commentary with film historian Frank Zheng, which I think this is his first... I think this is Frank's first Vinegar Syndrome release. I might be wrong about that, but I think it is. Biozombie interview with co-writer/director Wilson Yip from Frederic Ambroisine, who always does incredible interviews. Video games, Contaminated Lucozade, and Human Sushi. A video essay by film historian Chris O'Neill. Alternate ending to Biozombie, which is cool. That's on the Spectrum Films one, too. I've seen that. It's cool. 20-page booklet with essay by author Rod Lott and film programmer/writer Ariel Esteban Cayer, who is on... Ariel Esteban Cayer is on the Rebels of the Neon God release from one of the Vinegar Syndrome partner labels. I think it's called New World Pictures, and I did review that on the channel. That is a Taiwanese film that I absolutely love. So if you go to my channel, you can see my review of that Blu-ray release. Reversible sleeve artwork and newly translated English subtitles. So then it says here, please note, our edition of Biozombie is presented with its original Cantonese language track as well as its official Mandarin dub. While we are aware the English dub was created by a former U.S. distributor, it was not sanctioned, supervised, or approved by the filmmakers and presents a highly inaccurate translation and poor mix. So there you go. So, yeah, I mean, this is a really fun movie if you like kind of indie comedies. of that era, and then it has a zombie element and some violence and gore in it, but it's not like super gory, super violent, and super crazy. So it's already out. Like I said, you can get it on the Vinegar Syndrome website. The slipcase is super, super cool. Although I will say, let me say one thing about this release, and I'm not criticizing Vinegar Syndrome. I only have like, I think like 4 Vinegar Syndrome releases. I bought Undeclared War, which I will be reviewing very soon. I reviewed Righting Wrongs from them, which is up in Patreon right now, which was, I thought that was a fantastic release. I have Rebels in the Neon God, which is a partner label release, and I have Viva Erotica, which is another partner label release. And I'm thinking pretty seriously about getting Iceman Cometh from them because I never ended up getting either release of that film that came out recently. But so here's what I'll say. This is one of Arna Venema's favorite movies ever. And Arna Venema is one of my favorite audio commentators. He does really cool documentary bonus features for Blu-rays. He's done a lot of stuff for Eureka. He's done stuff for 88. He does amazing work, and he loves this movie. And he's been talking about trying to get on a Blu-ray of this movie literally for years. Like I first interviewed him, I think like it was longer than 18 months ago, wasn't it? It was like, was it 2.5 years ago? It was a while ago that I first interviewed him. I think it was in 2020. I first interviewed him in the fall of 2020. So like 2.5 years ago. And he's been talking about this movie since then. And it just bums me out that he's not on here because I would love to see him on here. Yeah, so that's my only thing that bums me out about this release. But it's Biozombie. It's from Vinegar Syndrome. My name is Will. This is Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. I thank you so much for watching as always, and we will see you next time.